We're operating under a familiar late summer pattern, an upper-level trough entrenched across the eastern United States, anchoring a stalled frontal boundary across South Florida. A weak surface low is perched over the Gulf Stream east of Florida, subtly shaping regional circulations. This configuration induces a tight pressure gradient, particularly along the east coast of Florida, leading to gusty onshore winds and elevated rip current risks along beaches from the Space Coast northward. Meanwhile, for northern Florida and southeast Georgia, this pattern yields nor'easter-like conditions, with bands of showers originating offshore, pushed inland by the high pressure over the Carolinas, feeding moisture and wind energy into the coastal atmosphere. Climate and regional dynamics. In this season, South Florida typically wrestles with late summer moisture and convective cycles. Today's setup, however, features some suppression thanks to northwesterly flow advecting drier, more stable air into the lower levels, reflected in the inverted V thermodynamic profile seen in recent soundings. That lends to more isolated convection and lower overall rainfall potential compared to the typical afternoon thunderstorm clusters. Central to North Florida into Georgia, the persistent pressure gradient maintains moist, breezy conditions. Coastal convergent zones, fueled by that high offshore tide of moisture, are spawning bands of moderate showers and occasional embedded downpours, particularly near Jacksonville and St. Augustine. Coastal waters remain rough with small craft advisories in effect, high surf, and hazardous rip currents. South Florida, Miami-Melbourne corridor. Here, the stalled front and weak low are promoting a northwesterly shift in winds post-sunrise, drawing in drier air and limiting convective coverage. Expect isolated to scattered afternoon showers or storms, but with most locations seeing under an inch of rain. Overall, a quieter day compared to recent soupy clusters. Highs remain in the low to mid-90s, with overnight lows in the mid to upper 70s near coasts and low mid-70s inland. Mid-Peninsula, Melbourne area. Stronger breezes are still an influence, especially north of Cape Canaveral, where a tough gradient persists around the surface low. Expect gusty conditions, rough surf, and continued high rip current risk along Volusia and North Brevard beaches. Showers are more prevalent northward, but light rain rates and limited instability mean totals stay modest, generally under 3/4 of an inch. A marginal flooding concern remains in place. Jacksonville and southeast Georgia. In northeast Florida and coastal southeast Georgia, expect continued bands of moderate to heavy showers, particularly offshore, occasionally drifting inland. Ceilings may falter into MVFR territory, 2,000 to 3,000 feet, occasionally down to approximately 1,500 feet, in heavier rain bands. Gusty northeasterly winds, 15 to 25 knots with gusts higher near shore, persist, sustaining elevated seas, small craft advisories, high surf advisories, and rip current dangers. Inland areas may stay drier, but low-level moisture and coastal convergence keep a chance of isolated inland showers. Flight and operational highlights. Pilots. Watch for gusty onshore winds, possible rapid VISIG changes near coastal shower bands, particularly over northeast Florida terminals. MVFR conditions are possible near Jacksonville and coastal airports. Marine and coastal ops. Be alert to dangerous surf, rip current hazards, and rough seas, especially for small craft operators. Elevated attention to coastal flooding is warranted in low-lying spots with some localized increments possible. Meteorologists. The key drivers today are the upper trough, the stalled front, and the weak Gulf Stream low, modulating moisture, convection, and wind fields. Drier air advection will modestly suppress activity in South Florida, while the persistent pressure gradient supports coastal convergence and showers in the north. Summary. In sum, today offers a tale of two Floridas. South Florida sees enhanced stability and isolated showers due to northwesterly dry air intrusion, while northeast Florida into southeast Georgia contends with breezy, moist onshore flow, supporting periods of MVFR ceilings and showers. Coastal impacts, rip currents, surf, gusts, remain significant across the region. Today is a day to keep weather-aware vigilance, even if widespread chaos is muted.